Hard to believe it's been 12 years since this came out.
That's nuts.
A little bit of foreshadowing there.
Just a little.
We moved right into the house where it happened.
The man is not lying. We did not move a couple of houses down.
We upgraded. We are in
Right
the middle
in the
of it
shit.
now. Nope.
Immediate nope.
Cool.
Yeah, probably would have been. Wow.
Fuck that scorpion.
It's like us dropping 5-kilogram bombs on the bugs last night. My favorite part is that nobody else in the house is like, "Oh, what's going on?"
Right.
I mean, I know I can sleep through a lot of stuff, but
Yeah, you can.
that one probably would have
That woke me the fuck up.
gotten my attention, if you will. I think my back's starting to tingle. I feel like Mr. Boogie in the back, like, oh. They think they finna leave, but they not. They think they finna leave, but they not. It don't matter. It's too late. Dang it. It's gonna be Frasier.
I like that we're just calling him Frasier now.
What the fuck you think you going, sir? You better go back in there and finish that book.
He walks up to the side of the thing. Do 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 do.
You want some scrambled eggs?
But I don't know what to do with those tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
Did you mean that?
Nah, I was just trying to get him to leave me the fuck alone.
Now, of course, it's gonna be a book, bitch. We gotta fucking eat.
No, please, Mr. Boogie, don't walk around the corner. Okay. Oh, God.
Pop his head in the window.
Where we going? No!
Deputy so and so. I like how he saved him.
Deputy so-and-so. Like, bro, he follows you wherever you go. Your house is not the problem. The house was not the problem. And you just gave him a bigger playground? Are you serious? Man, that wasn't in there the first time. What did it say? Extended what?
Extended
Extended
cut
cuts.
endings, also known as the director's cut. EX 2.0 Alpha.
Alpha Plus.
Yeah.
.com.
So he's getting ready to watch like the Snyder cuts of.
Oh my God. Well, get ready. This movie just got extended by
this movie's
4
6
hours.
long. Yeah.
I'm gonna need some of that coffee too, sir. I can drink coffee, but oh, you know what that looks like? It looks like he's like getting ready to set up to be hanging people. Why are you doing this? Didn't they just said that these would be the gateways. Oh shit. Wow. This was a little zesty, wasn't it? Like, don't say nothing. Like, oh, okay. That's crazy. Who did she run over?
Family members.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to We're Gonna Make You Watch. I am Brian. With me, as always, Isaiah, and the sometimes shook and possibly in this situation, probably shook Warren. As you can see, we just made Warren watch Sinister from 2012 by Scott Derrickson, and we had a good time with it.
It was a lot of fun.
Some of us had more fun than the others. Before we get too into that, how you guys been doing?
Been pretty good. Been fairly busy. As you guys can see, probably watching this particular video, kind of upgraded our game here with regards
We're not
to
peasants no more.
our podcast. Because before we were using Discord and then recording using OBS. I ponied up and got a subscription for Riverside FM. To give it a try, just because we had a lot of issues, because when using OBS, it saves everything all as one file, whereas this, I can break things up with everything so that our reaction videos don't get copyright stricken like we have a habit of happening from time to time. And specifically our last episode for Hell House LLC, we had that issue where I had to edit the video 4 times for it to finally stop getting copyright strikes. So it finally worked. If you've watched that, or if you haven't watched it, go check it out. But we decided to try something different with this, and liking it so far, and excited for what we can do and have a little bit higher quality video too, with regards to us and seeing our beautiful faces. But beyond that, just been playing a little bit of video games. Started playing Chainsaw a little bit, doing the museum mode.
Right. Yeah, you were doing that last night.
Yep, kind of walking through that. Picked up Sniper Elite 5, played a little bit of that, and still playing Fallout 76. So beyond that, just summer's winding down. We're heading into the fall season, which I'm always excited for. So just sipping on my caramel apple water here because I'm
caramel apple water.
Yep.
Hey, I'm drinking a Jones orange chocolate soda.
Nice.
I don't recommend.
Nice. Oh, really?
No, I don't.
Okay.
It's not bad, but it's certainly not great. But hey, I had to try it.
Yeah, so I've kind of started cutting out a lot of different food items and whatnot. Starting to get more active too. So me and the wife have been going on for walks every day.
Nice.
So I've been spending a lot less time on my computer or my PlayStation and trying to do things to get my body moving, just because, after turning 40 and stuff, I'm like, I probably should start getting a little more active because things are getting harder to do.
Oh, yeah.
And so taking a mile-long walk every day, kind of watching what I'm eating, obviously with the water and stuff. So I've been doing a lot of sugar-free stuff and cutting that shit out of my diet, and honestly it's been going pretty good. So
good deal.
So that's just kind of a little life update, but excited for the Halloween season, and we've got some good movies lined up already for Warren, which I'm super excited for. And
this schedule is so fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. But we'll talk about that at the end of the video.
We'll talk about that pretty soon. Warren, how's life been?
Well, it was great until 3:00 today. No, but it's been fine. Just been hanging out. Been just living in college football 25.
Nice.
I mean, I've just been playing the one Dynasty that I've been doing. Like I haven't done Road to Glory, Ultimate Team, like nothing. Like I've been so enveloped in just my dynasty that that's all I've been playing.
Right on.
Other than that, not too much going on. Black Myth Wukong comes out on Tuesday, so I'll be getting into that.
About that last night.
That'll be something else that maybe is able to pull me away from college football. But yeah, I haven't really been on my computer either. But it's just because I've been on my PlayStation. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we played some Helldivers last night. That was nice.
We did.
All three.
We played for a while too. I was surprised how long we played
for a long time. We got killed a lot.
When you're having a good time.
Yeah. The fucking tentacles. What the fuck?
That was crazy. Some of that new stuff. I would hate to. No, I wouldn't. I would love to see what Helldive is like now.
Oh my god, I couldn't even imagine.
But man, we were kind of struggling here and there, and we were only playing on like hard at one point. Still struggling.
Yeah, that game is so good though.
Tough.
I love that game. Yeah. I haven't been doing much. Just been working. I did join a new band. So rehearsal. I actually have that tonight for my second rehearsal. I joined a band called Full Metal Z. I'm going to be their new lead singer. And
nice.
We dress up like zombies for every show.
That's
like
awesome.
full Hollywood caliber makeup and everything. So the singer, the current singer, actually sought me out. He came to my show that Warren came to, and I actually introduced Warren to Casey. And he's a nice dude, but he asked me if I wanted to take over vocals so he could just focus on bass. I said, oh, maybe, so I went and I had an audition and, last week, and then I ended up nailing it and getting the gig. So I'm the new singer. Nice. And, so I'm now in two bands. Neither one of them are very busy. So
and now we got to drop the podcast. Oh no.
Yeah, I know. Right. Yeah. No, that ain't happening. No, it's neither one of the bands are very busy. Like I have a show from Out of Nowhere in November, and that's it. And then I don't even have my first show with Full Metal Z until I think October 26th. And that's only if I'm ready. I mean, I can just tell them, it's like, I'm not quite ready. I want to spend a little more time rehearsing. And then Casey's like, oh, that's fine. So I could just, whenever I'm ready, I can start singing for them. But yeah, so that's what I've done. And then I bought Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 on Steam because it was on sale for $16. And I've been letting that frustrate the fuck out of me.
Absolutely.
Yup.
I'm telling you, the fucking wall riding at the school is pissing me off because I have done the wall ride over the alarm like multiple times, and I'll go right over it and it won't fucking trigger it. And I remember that being an issue when I was younger.
You were never going to get it.
I'm like, they remastered and cleaned this game up and they couldn't fix that. I bet they left that in there intentionally.
Yes.
I wouldn't doubt it.
As a
so
reminder
they knew that it frustrated the fuck out of us because the hit radius is so small on those stupid alarms. But anywho, I digress. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. So Sinister from 2012, Scott Derrickson, who is a fucking wonderful filmmaker.
Yeah.
Warren, what are your initial thoughts on Sinister?
I want to start off by saying fuck Scott Derrickson. So I don't think I like that guy. Not a fan.
Yeah, but you were all right with the first Doctor Strange movie, right?
Yeah, but that's not the same thing. It's not even close to the same thing.
The irony is that Scott Derrickson was making horror films before he was making Marvel movies. And he only made the one. He only did the first one.
Yeah.
And then he went back to making horror movies. So then they grabbed Sam Raimi and then they made a sequel to Doctor Strange and it was a horror movie.
Instead of bringing the guy back in. That's an interesting decision. So I'll say overall, I thought it was a good film. I think the pacing was good. I don't think that it hung on any one thing too long. Sometimes I feel like that happens in these movies where they're like, "Oh my god, who's the?" No, they were just like, "Look, there's some murders. This is what's going on. We'll tell you more as we progress. Like, we're not gonna hang our hats on this too long. You'll find out when you find out." And I thought that was good because it kept me intrigued in the movie. Like, it kept me wondering what was going to happen. Anytime a movie can make me formulate a theory and then change that theory mid movie, I think it's changing and having enough twists and turns that it's keeping me on my toes. And now I think I know what's going on, but no, I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of that in this movie. We talked about the red herring with Trevor versus the daughter. They did a good job of making it seem like Trevor was going to be the one to look out for. And then they kind of blatantly told you it was going to be the daughter because she saw Stephanie and the boy that was never shown interacting with any of the former children that had been taken by Mr. Boogie. Is he Mr. Boogie or is he Sinister? Which one is it?
He's Bagul.
Mr. Boogie or Bagul?
Well, I like Mr. Boogie. It's
It
nicer.
just sounds funner.
It sounds like a killer I would be okay with getting.
Sounds like a killer I'd be okay
Like-
with.
Yeah, like if they were like, "Oh, Mr. Boogie's coming to get you," I'm like, "Oh shit! All right, well, maybe he likes disco." There was a lot of good build up. I feel like you said, the pacing was good, but there's a lot of good build up in this with the way we are introduced to the tapes and how he consumes the tapes, and it's like we're consuming it with him, and it makes you want to know what's going on, as opposed to you're just freaking out the whole time. You're like actually curious as he continues to watch these films, learn about what's been going on and how all this stuff is connected. So I feel like the story itself was very intriguing. A lot of times in the movies, it's very linear, very simple. There's a guy, he kills people. These people are trying not to die. In this movie, it was more so there's something weird going on here, but the more you find out, it's almost like one of those things, like the more you learn, the worse off you are. Whereas if he had just left, probably would have been okay. Because the longer they stayed in the house, the more the children were susceptible to Mr. Boogie, therefore creating the ending, which was them all dying except for the daughter. Which was the only thing that I thought the ending was a little disappointing. That was kind of my take. I was slight disappointment. Not like, oh my God, I've ruined the movie for me, but I just thought there was going to be more. And it was just kind of like, oh, and now he's dead. And then they're all dead. And it was her. And I'm like, okay, it makes sense. But I guess that's kind of the point, if you will. Because they talked about them being drugged, and basically you don't even have time. Like once you realize what's happening, it's already over. And that's kind of what happened. So a lot of stressful moments in there. Very, very high stress for me.
Yeah.
There was a point in the film when I was like, oh, this is what's going to happen. I'm calling it and I'm already stressing. I'm calling it out as I'm stressing. And then it happens and it still got me. And I still scream. Like I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle the pressure.
Yeah, I remember when that happened.
Yeah. But yeah, everything, there was a lot of moments. Like this one might be up there with As Above, So Below on a stress level.
Yeah.
Just because, like,
I'm not surprised.
with that movie and this one, the one thing that they shared was the ability to, like, make me feel very uncomfortable during the movie. There were a lot of moments in there where nothing was even really happening. Like, it was just him, like, walking down a hallway trying to see what was going on, and I'm, like, very uncomfortable because they did a really good job of making you feel that way with the surrounding setting. The lighting was dark, but not too dark, but dark enough that you're like, I can't see nothing. Like, what's happening? What's going on? The music was very complimentary in a lot of the scenes. Whoever did the soundtrack nailed that. So yeah, overall, it was a good film. Will not be watching it again ever in life.
I don't blame you.
But yeah, no, it was very solid.
Do you remember your first experience with Sinister, Isaiah?
Oh God, I saw it opening night in the theater.
Oh no shit!
I was super excited for it based off of the trailers and everything, and
yeah.
went and saw it. It scared the shit out of me. It got my anxiety up a little bit. The theory of it being the scariest movie of all time, I can see it.
Yeah, that was actually I actually have that pulled up here. That was a study that was done in 2020 by Broadband Choices. They named Sinister the scariest film ever made based on an analysis of viewers' heart rates.
Yep.
So yeah,
which I always thought was very interesting that they did something like that and found that to be the case. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely got a good creepy vibe with it, and it's one I revisit at least once a year. It's not going to be like a rewatch kind of thing, like say a Nightmare on Elm Street for me, but it is one I do watch quite often, and it's just as good every time, every viewing. Can't say the same about the sequel. I fucking hate the sequel, but
yeah,
the first one I do
Yeah,
like.
yeah, fuck the sequel.
I've actually never seen the sequel. I know James Ransone is in it. I think it revolves around the deputy so and so character, whatever his actual name was.
Oh, does it?
But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I've actually never seen the sequel.
Yeah.
By all accounts, I've not heard very good things about it. But yeah, I love this movie so much. I didn't see it in the theater when it came out, but I saw it shortly after it hit video. And I don't know why I didn't go to the theater and see this. Probably fucking poor, because I'm a poor bastard always. But yeah, I probably just didn't have the extra money. But I love Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
He's a really, really good actor, and he doesn't play in very many bad movies.
Right.
It seems he's
Plays in
got
a lot of
pretty-
abstract movies.
Yeah. I feel like he's got a good agent or something, or he's just got a really good like detector when it comes to like, oh, this is going to be a good movie or this is going to be a role that I can really kind of sink my teeth in, because he just, like I said, he just doesn't seem to play in very many bad movies at all.
Well, I think
he
he
was
picks
fantastic in
the
Black Phone.
yes, I think he
which is
picks
another
the
Scott
right
Derrickson
kind of movies,
Yeah,
like the
he
movies
does.
that fit him. I guess
Yeah.
is what it. You know what I mean?
But he plays different characters like all the time. Like he really is. He's a different person in every movie. I think Ethan Hawke is a really, really good actor.
Yeah, because he had the vampire movie that he did.
Yeah.
Then he did like a movie way back in the day where he was trying to go into space and he was like not actually healthy enough to do so or something, and he had to pretend to be somebody else.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to remember what that's called. I can't remember what it's called, but it was a very abstract film, but it was really good.
That was God, that's gonna bug the shit out of me if I don't find out. So I'm gonna look it up because I know what movie he's talking about. He is talking about, where's his filmography? It's filmography. It's fucking massive. Boom, boom, boom. Gattaca.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Gattaca. But yeah, he plays in good movies. But anywho, Scott Derrickson directed the fuck out of this movie.
Yeah, you did. Holy shit.
I fucking love Scott Derrickson's work. I think he's brilliant. He's, in my opinion, right up there. He's in my opinion, he's right up there, about as good as Mike Flanagan, in my opinion.
I would agree.
I think because I think everything that I've seen is just nuts. Like his worst movie is The Day the Earth Stood Still with Keanu Reeves. That's his worst movie.
Okay.
But that's barely a Scott Derrickson movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't write it, he didn't produce it or anything like that. So it really doesn't have like, it's really not like, it doesn't have his stamp. You know what I mean? But
Right.
the Exorcism of Emily Rose is a fucking banger.
Solid. Very solid.
Deliver Us from Evil, I think, is fucking awesome with Eric Bana. Doctor Strange turned out pretty good. The Black Phone, pretty fucking awesome.
Very good.
Obviously, he's got The Gorge coming out. I don't know what that's going to be like, but we'll see. I'm excited for it.
The Gorge?
The Gorge, yeah. It's got Anya Taylor-Joy in it and Sigourney Weaver. So, Sigourney Weaver, you put it out. It's probably a good fucking movie. But he actually directed Hellraiser Inferno. He wrote and directed that in 2000. So he's been working for a little while.
Just a little bit.
That's one of the last watchable Hellraiser movies because they started to get really fucking bad around that time.
Yeah.
But his Hellraiser Inferno is actually watchable and not bad. It's not a piece of shit like a lot of the later ones. Most of them are pretty bad after that, particularly after that. But that's like one of the last like decent fucking Hellraiser movies.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Scott Derrickson, man, he's kind of a badass. I think he's a good filmmaker. This movie, I'm trying to find how well this movie did. It's rocking like a 63% on the tomato meter. But yeah, I don't recall this movie doing like super fucking well in the theaters, like anything like that. But it went on to become a massive cult classic. I actually think this movie is pretty fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's definitely a mental roller coaster, I'll tell you that.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's putting it lightly.
I don't think Warren's gonna see lawn mowing the same.
Man, look here. So
that's
because
so good,
see, because we normally, you're like, oh, what was your favorite kill or whatever, right? And I'm sitting here watching this movie, and I'm like, this is interesting because there's not really like the kills have already happened, so it's like whatever. But then he starts going through and like kind of showing them, and they set the people on fire in the house, and then they pull them in. Like they're all really messed up murders, but like that one, I just was, for whatever reason, it like lulled me to sleep. I forgot I was watching a horror
shit on
movie.
Their lawn mowing skills.
Yeah, I was like, I forgot I was watching a horror movie because with the first ones, like they show the hanging right out the gate, like bam, and then they show the swimming pool, and all of these things are just kind of like whatever. I was more concerned about how this was happening when nobody was doing it, and then you see Mr. Boogie the first time with the pool, so you're more focused on that. Obviously drowning sucks. That's crazy. But with the lawnmower thing, it was like, it made you feel like there wasn't about to be a murder because all the family was in the house. So it was like, are you looking at her family? Or are you looking at the neighbors? Like, whether she just making sure that nobody was paying attention? Like, and then they go and do the lawnmower thing. And then I'm like, I really was more concerned about the way that they were cutting it. I was like, there's no lines. It's not straight. It's raining.
Yeah,
this is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you cut the grass while it's raining? That's wild. And then there's just a body getting ran over by the lawnmower. And I was like, what? Why? What? So that one would be the top one because it got me. It came out of nowhere. It came out of left field. It was done really well.
Good.
Crazy.
Oh, man. Yeah, I do. I like this movie a lot. Yeah, y'all, if you haven't seen Sinister, y'all, oh man, first of all, we ruined the fuck out of it for you, but definitely
spoiler alert.
Sinister. Yeah, spoiler alert. Big time.
It's definitely. I think it's definitely one of those movies that you'll have a better time watching it with not knowing anything. Like me going into it knowing nothing about it, I think it allowed me to be more invested in the story. I'm sure the trailers don't give away enough to where you don't feel like that, but for somebody who I had no idea what I was getting into. I didn't know what it was going to be. And I think that added to my experience because I was like literally trying to figure out what is happening from ground zero, as opposed to like I had a trailer. I know that there's like some type of haunting. There's a Mr. Boogie. Like I'm sure you would kind of already know a little bit of that, or at least have an idea. When I seen Mr. Boogie for the first time, that was the first time I ever seen him. I had never seen like a picture, nothing. So that was I was basically Ethan Hawke in the movie. Just going through it with the guy. But yeah, like if you kind of know what's going on, it kind of I think might take away from the strength of the movie, which is the mystery and intrigue that comes with it.
Yeah.
So,
no, all right. Well, that's Warren's thoughts on Sinister, y'all. Anything that you want to add to that, Isaiah, before we tell Warren what we're going to be making him watch?
No, it's just a very solid movie, very well made. Everything melded well together with this between sound design, obviously visuals, story, characters. There's not really much bad that I could say about the movie, other than the thing that was mentioned earlier about how with the end it just kind of just felt like it just ended out of nowhere. And they could have probably drawn that out a little bit, but at the same time, the movie's almost 2 hours long too. So, it is what it is. It's just I wish that they could have maybe cut a little bit in the middle and then just made the end just a tad bit longer. But I mean, that's just minor. Otherwise, very, very good, phenomenal film.
Yeah. I think I tend to agree. They don't quite
wrap it up very well. they don't slap the ball there. Bam.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
They don't quite stick the landing at the end. I mean, like the final act is fine. The reveal, everything is fine.
Yeah.
It's everything after she kills the family that is kind of a little lackluster. I mean, I understand why they show it, because they want to show what happens to her afterwards, what's next and everything like that. But
what actually happened to those kids.
Yeah. But yeah, overall I fucking love this movie. I think it's fantastic. All right. Isaiah, you want to tell Warren what we're going to be making him watch next week?
Yes.
All right, let's do this.
As this is going up in September, we're in spooky season now, so we're getting ready for Halloween. So just to kind of set the stage, our next 4 episodes leading up to the Monday before Halloween are all going to be Halloween-themed movies that we've already picked out. So the next movie that you're going to watch is a personal favorite of mine. It's one I watch every Halloween for sure. It's more of I guess you could say it's more of a fun movie. It's kind of a different kind of off, not necessarily offbeat, but kind of a weird movie, I guess you could say. It's got a lot of humor in it. It's just great. I can't really say much about it without spoiling stuff, but we're going to show you this next episode, Rob Zombie's first movie, House of a Thousand Corpses.
So, have you ever seen House of a Thousand Corpses, Warren? He's like, do I lie and say yes?
What does it get me if I say yes?
It gets you probably the sequel.
I was going to say House of 1,000 Corpses 2.
House of 1,001 Corpses.
Yeah, I'll just watch the first one, so I'm not confused. No, I haven't seen it.
All right. Yeah, this is I remember I went to the movie theater to see this.
Yeah, same.
I was very excited for the first Rob Zombie horror film. I'm a big Rob Zombie fan. Love his music. Loved it since it was in White Zombie, the band White Zombie. which is named after a horror movie. So yeah, House of a Thousand Corpses by Rob Zombie. Fucking fantastic. Love it. Love it. This is such a good way to start really, really ramping up spooky season.
Yep.
All right. Anything you guys want to add other than please and thank you for all the views and whatnot? Oh, I'll go ahead and say this now. I was going to say, I could say, we're not going to do audio anymore, guys. It's honestly, it's pointless. Nobody listens. Everybody watches. So I'm not going to waste my time with that anymore. You guys would rather watch, and I get it. It's a very video centric podcast. You guys want to see the reactions and everything like that. So we're just going to dedicate the time to giving more YouTube content as opposed to messing with any audio episodes.
Wow, we just lost 1,500 listeners that we never had.
Yeah, I promise you we didn't. But yeah, we're me and Isaiah, we recorded a couple things yesterday that you guys they've already hit the YouTube by now. But yeah, me and Isaiah are gonna and Warren for some of them we're gonna try and bring you guys more content via YouTube because that seems like that's what you guys want anyway. So yeah. So anything you guys want to add before we slide out of here?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next episode.